Two, just two. That's how many hits the Rocket City Trash Pandas got off of former Huntsville High standout Graham Ashcraft and the Chattanooga Lookouts in a 11-0 defeat last night. Well, that loss snapped the Trash Pandas to regain win streak. Tonight, they look to bounce back. So, of course, the Trash Pandas did not score a single run last night, but the balls were rolling and flying out everywhere tonight. With a man on, Orlando Martinez hits a ball that probably landed in Disney World. See, you get the reference? Disney World, Orlando. It actually went 408 feet. Trash Pandas now on top 2-0 because that was a two-run homer. The home runs didn't stop there. Coming into today, Mitch Nate was 0 for 7 at the plate against the Lookouts. Well, not anymore. He comes through with a solo shot over the center field wall. The Pandas now up 3-1. Let's stay in the second inning. Pandas with the bases juiced like a full pack of Minute Maid as David McKinnon ripped one in the center field. Ray Patrick Ditter and Anthony Mulrine will come in to score. Trash Pandas now up 5-1 at that point. Center field was just a sweet spot all night for the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Gavin Cecchini blooping one into shallow center. Martinez will score, so does McKinnon. 7-1 Trash Pandas up in the second inning. Let's check out your final score from tonight as they crank out 13 hits en route to an 8-3 victory in Chattanooga. The same two teams are at it tomorrow at 6:15 p.m.